because it is. Hi, 0 people. It's fun. Tonight I am doing yet another big boy yeah, I'll just get started. So I took this photo of Loop Bar, or the street Loop Bar's on, down in Melbourne, over there in Melbourne. And I thought it would work well with this model I already had a photo of. His name's Paco. Got his Instagram handle at the top there, and I think it's in the description. It should be in the description as well if you want to check it out. He is absolutely lovely, and I asked him if he wanted to be a model, and he was just like, yeah, 100%. And I asked him to do, certain angles and send me the photos, and he just did it, gave me all these options. It was hard to pick one actually. But anyway, I'm gonna just get into it. Not quite feeling it this evening, to be honest. I've been a bit scattered all week. I could actually be browner than this. Browner. That light as it goes. Oh, I have to show you this cool trick I learned first. So if you want to create a palette, usually you go here, you go to palettes, and you've got your palettes there. And to make them, you've got to sort of like go in here and then like add them in there, and like when it's empty, you can hold it down and complete one. But if you want a new colour in there, when it's empty, you just tap it and it adds it in there. But found out this cool feature, which I didn't know about. You can do this split screen thing on the iPad, like have your thing in here. Let's say skin tones. Let's do that. Just search that. Be like, oh, I like the colors in this photo here, right? Make sure you get the palettes up there. Just drag it across. I mean, that is so cool. I've gobsmacked at that. It's such a cool. Anyway, let's get into some of these skin tone review. So I did the pencil outline of the original drawing, and I was really happy with it. That's what I'm using here. Actually, you know what I was going to do? I don't think Paco will mind, because he's got it on his Instagram. Speaking of sauce, I am obsessed with mayonnaise. And all the different mayonnaises are. There's just a lot now. I didn't realise. So I've got some in the fridge now. I've got aioli and whole egg mayo. Actually, the aioli is also whole egg, so that's all one. And I've also got pickle mayonnaise, which is basically mayonnaise with bits of pickle in it. And chicken salt, actually chicken salt chips mayo, and it is next level, gotta say. I haven't done a big boy in a while. I feel like I'm out of practice a little bit. Hey Jason. How's things? Can you just write something in the chat? Oh, can you hear me first up? That's probably a good question. I hope I'm not on mute. Oh no. Can you see your chat up on the window now too? That's a new feature. It's exciting. Get with it. Get into it. Don't worry. I'm just being an idiot. I've got the chat coming up on the screen. Chat box. Let's do it live. Yes, this is a random model from Instagram. Random in that I met him through Instagram. I don't know personally. Actually, he contacted me because he loved this series, the Big Boy series, and I was like, do you want to be a model? He said, yes. Yes, I would love to. I feel like I'm going to have trouble with the tooth. I feel like they're just going to look like buck teeth. Anyway, I think that's enough for the underpainting. I might switch to painting on top now. weird, it's really low in my mix. Maybe I'm just quiet. I've had a bit of trouble with this microphone. Maybe I should switch. Yeah, 1 second. I don't know why. How's that? Is that better? Yeah, I've been having trouble with it at work. It's really annoying because it's a new camera. The video works fine, but I don't know why the audio is playing up. Frustrating. Actually, what I'll do is I will make a new layer. That's right. Hi. Where does the concept of the big voice come from? What influenced you to start creating it? Well, it started in lockdown last year. And the only thing anyone could do was stay within 5 kilometers of their home. And so I followed someone on Instagram and I saw them, they draw portraits of themselves, like they just take photos of their workspace, but they draw themselves in there. And I thought that's really cool and a good way. And at the time I was thinking that I was frustrated that I wasn't that great at backgrounds or landscapes, because I was concentrating more on the portraits and stuff. And that gave me the idea that I could just take photos and use them as the backgrounds. So I started doing that, and I actually did it. And I was going to do this series called Richmond Rat Bags, which was basically just these weird characters in and around Richmond. And yeah, then I I don't know, I just I got a great photo off my balcony, and I think I found a really cool reference of a guy carrying a piece of wood on his shoulder, like a big burly guy. And I just had the idea that I could do a giant guy carrying a building instead of a piece of wood. And so I did that, and then, I don't know, I decided to draw one on top of the Dimmies building on Swan Street, and then it just kept going from there. Like, I think I got a good response from it, so I just kept doing it. Actually, I can show you the one that started it all. Where is it? This one. Wow, it was much more cartoony back then. Developed a lot. But see, I was drawing these weird characters just around the place, and just using oh, this one I didn't finish. Using the photos, you know, as the kind of starting point. Yeah, and then yeah, then I did the Dimmies, focusing on Dimmies. That was just like I had a good photo that worked with it, like a good reference photo. Then I did Ben and his bum. Yeah, and that one, yeah. And that's sort of around the same time I started doing life drawing, so some of the ones I did were life drawing models. This is Bear Tiger from, I think he's from Spain, but he was in London when we drew him. Yeah, and it just went from there. And, uh-oh, where am I? Yeah. So that's the story. Anything you'd like me to elaborate on? Anything that confused you? I hope so. It's being silly. Oh, so in other news, I'm on TikTok now, so that's a thing. But I mean, generally I hate it. But actually, I think I might do the hair sort of bluey, dark bluey. I hate, I don't know. I mean, it's probably the way of the world, but there's just content, like just crap content. Like it's just like literally. I mean, it's kind of like, you know how Twitter, anyone can say anything, but on TikTok, oops, anyone can video themselves, you know, and put it on the internet, and there's some crap on there, let's be honest. But there's also some really cool stuff, and it's interesting. I find it interesting how different social medias, they're not social mediums because it's a social media. Anyway, different social medias have different appeals, and things work on some and don't work on others, even though they're essentially the same concept. You know, they're just presented in a slightly different way. And because TikTok is just so video focused and like ADD kind of keeping your attention kind of thing. It's almost like Tinder but with videos. That's what it is. It's Tinder but with videos. So you're just swiping through video content and looking and anyway, there's some cool stuff on there. There's this guy that he's in Canada, I want to say Canada, and he does these artworks where he just pours acrylic paint onto a canvas, and he's got the canvas attached to a drill, and he just spins it and it goes and the paint spreads out, and it looks so cool. But he's obviously just found his niche on TikTok of all places, and it just works. Because I looked at his website and he's not on Instagram or anything else. Anyway, this is a total tangent and just about my personal life. I think his ears a little bit too squared off there. I'm finding it interesting. I think I like it, but it's just, it feels like it's a bit harder to sift through a lot of the crap. Than other social medias. It doesn't sound right, but I'm pretty sure that's right. Social medias. I feel like I've done Paco's beard a bit too dense, but I'll fix that later, I think, if I can. But really, who doesn't like a dense beard? I'm sure lots of people don't. I do. Oops. don't know why I've got this big patch of red right on his cheek when it clearly doesn't have that sort of definition on his cheek. See, that looks awful. Lips are too red for starters. Oops. Not gonna lie, teeth are hard. I find teeth hard. If you're not doing them cartoony, they either look dead. They're just difficult. They're almost getting too bucky now. It's not too bad. What's he sitting on? He's sitting on top of Loop Bar in the city, which is where Asian Envy had their video launch. No, he's not a model from Life Drawing. He is a model that I just started following on Instagram, and I can't remember. I think I contacted him first, but he loved my Big Boys series, and he actually wanted a print, but then I offered to draw him as a big boy, and now I think he's waiting for me to finish this so he can buy that, which is nice. I'm happy for that. Someone to do that. So I'm going to work on an application process for models, because I have started getting a lot of people just asking to be a model, and I can't keep up, and B, something else. Let's start again. A, I can't keep up, and B, it's not just something you can just do, you know, like I feel like I love everybody to have an opportunity to model, but if I want to get something done, I just need the model to be on the ball, like Paco was. He was very much, he's Paco is a model, very much about body positivity, and he loves showing off his curves, as you can see. And I actually love him. Like I love his look and his attitude and stuff. He's just he really looks. I feel like his confidence in himself comes across, but it's not like in a I don't know, crazy way. I don't know. I just feel like he's. I feel like he's comfortable with himself, and it comes across in his photos. He also does photography and photos other people, so his sense of lighting, unlike mine, is really great. And he just knows. He's really good with lighting and posing a model, not just himself but other models. What's my point? Oh, so yeah. Sometimes I just need models to model. I can't give them a lesson in modeling. So anyway, I'm making an application for models because I do want all sorts of cool shapes and sizes. But I would need to have a process, I think. These nostrils are quite big there. Okay. Strong nostril. I think his nose is actually a bit bigger. It's hard balancing between like getting a nose right. Oops. Because something's not right there. Forgotten what I was saying. think the likeness is still there, right? Just oh, thanks, Manny. How you doing? Yeah, I think the likeness is working. It's just something's not quite right. So you can see, because I've got to zoom in the photo here, start getting pixelization, so I actually can't see what is going on, which I find kind of cool in a way, because I've got to then, you know, figure out what is happening rather than relying on the picture, you know. But still, good photos are always very much appreciated. Yeah, exactly. I do feel like I always repeat myself on this stream, but someone somewhere, I can't remember who, I wish I could, said that an artist's style is just a culmination of the mistakes that they make, something like that. And I feel that's true. You kind of, you know, you have to make the mistakes to get your style happening. Doesn't mean your style doesn't change to get better or anything like that, but something's not right with his eyeball there. Yeah, it's funny how you can really see it. Well, I can. I feel like this should be higher. Even though it doesn't look good in the photos. Maybe this should be lower. Actually, no, it's his pupil. Definitely his pupil. Come across now. That's something I find difficult and interesting at the same time, is that your eyeballs like, you can't just draw them the same when you're trying to do something realistic, in the sense that, you know, his eye here is kind of looking all the way in, but he's clearly not looking at something really far away, so his eyes are sort of coming in a little bit, so they're not actually like perfectly aligned eyeballs, if that makes sense. fact, I wonder if I could get away with doing a little bit of... Nah. That's a bad idea, Stephen. Yeah, there's something a bit wrong about it, but I kind of like it. It's fine. Now here. I don't know if Facebook's working. The whole multi-stream thing does really confuse me. Not the concept of it, just the way that it works. Yeah, would you mind, Jason? Just go and say something on there. Can you say something? Oh. Can you comment though? Just as a test for me, please. Oh, it works. Okay, cool. Thank you. You may go back to your business. Don't you have class tonight? Oh. Let's see. So you decided to join me instead. That's nice. It's exciting. Nearly finished. Oh, how much cuter does he look with a little eye shine? Oh, get to the right layer. I really need to do something about his mouth. It's not quite working. So I think. Often the biggest mistake with mouths is not remembering that they go back this way. Thanks, Dad. Thanks for coming. Yeah, so often in the corners of the mouth, it's much darker. Sorry, I just had to zoom, do a smash zoom there to see how it's going. Actually, maybe I'll switch to canvas. Yeah, you're looking cute. You're looking a little bit cartoony. I like that. You know, I like that. A little bit cartoony, but a little bit of realism in there too. Still thinking the teeth. The trouble with teeth is you don't want them to look yellow, but you don't want them to look too like grey either, because then it looks dead. And you don't want them to look red, because that's bloody. Oh yeah, the little lady on the street. Should I keep her there? I think I should keep her there. Gee, these take a lot longer than I remember. I'm gonna have to stop this and finish it offline, I think. Getting a bit weary. I know what will perk me up. Doing some lighting stuff that always perks me. In a second, I just need to get some of these highlights in. You know what would be cool if once COVID is under control and we can go visiting people again, I could go and visit Paco, I could go and visit one of my favourite models is Sam 45 Volts, who I've drawn a couple of times. Could go and visit him. How cool would that be? Go on a model tour. Oh, that'd be great Instagram content too. Because you know I'm all about the content. Cute, cute. Okay, let's just quickly. Oh. I always leave the socks to last because they're my least favourite thing to do. I think I want to change the colour of the sky a little bit so it contrasts him a little more. Let's just put into the pinks a bit more. It's kind of cool, isn't it? I think. Yeah. Let's do that. Oops. Where did I do it? Oh, but... So now I'm just going to add some highlights like I usually do. You'll notice that like this is kind of my favorite part, to be honest, because you know this light wasn't there in the original thing, so it's a really creative thing to do. I find. Actually, I might start more yellow. I think. That's gonna play out. So I'm nowhere near a great expert with hair, but what I try to do is find the shapes, like you can see in the photo, this photo, there's sort of almost a lump there, and then there's a lump there, another lump there. So anything you can do to, you know, create those shapes with brush and textures and stuff really helps sell it. And I think if you create those shapes and you're thinking about the texture at the same time, it works. It just works. And that's probably too far. I don't know. Nah. One of my favorite artists, Sinix, S-I-N-I-X, I think you spell it. He always says you should think of hair as a graphical element, and it sounds very vague, but I get what he means. What he means is basically don't think of it as strand. Don't think of it like that. Think of it as a element in its own right. Because I think you can tend to, especially with digital, you can tend to you know, want it to look like, want to do every strand, or you know, at least accentuate it in that way. Also, another hot tip, I find that when I'm adding light like this, sometimes you can you can start doing it and go, oh, that's too much. But actually, sometimes if you just keep going, it it works. Once you've got it in context and you've got more there, it actually works out. I don't. This isn't always the case, but sometimes, you know, rather than stopping yourself, you can just keep going and it will start to look normalized in a sense. If that makes sense to anyone. On the flip side, you can always overdo it. I'm not saying you can't. Alright, I think I'm going to stop there. It's nearly an hour, and I am very, very tired. Yeah. Probably too far down, I think. Create the illusion that it's being cut off by a building or something. Maybe. Yeah. Okay. Don't know what this lady's doing. She's brought out lunch, maybe. She obviously thought about her outfit. She's matching her shoes and her coat. Wonder what she's eating. No. But Mum raised a good point in the comments, saying that it's a good contrast. That's one of the reasons that I add the bird at the end of everything, is to, you know, you can get the sense of scale by having something that you recognize by comparison. There's 5 people watching. That's great. Thank you for watching. I wish I'd had the time to finish it. Not the time, the capacity to finish it tonight. But I'll finish it soon. And thanks, Hassan. That's very nice of you. I'll finish it soon and post it. No worries. It's fun. It's a good. This streaming is really good for me because it keeps me making things. Thank you. Yeah, I have a tendency to get bored with things and move on to the next thing. So this is helping me to keep on doing things. Because I do like this stuff. I just anyway, you don't need to like me on my life story. Anyway, have a lovely night. I will see you all next week. I'm not sure what I'm going to work on next week, but I'll let you know. Thank you.